Here with Todd Garvey, head volleyball coach here at Jacksonville State. Coach, good start to conference play. Team going 2-0 with big wins over Central Arkansas and North Alabama. First of all, how'd you feel about the team's performance last weekend?
I thought Friday night we played good in spurts, but then we didn't really keep our foot down when we got leads. So that's something we talked about Friday night after the match. And then I thought Saturday we came in and played one of the most complete games we have all year. I know North Alabama was first in the country in holding opponents hitting percentage the lowest, and I think we went out and hit really well against them and played awesome defense as well, and we're really dialed in on the scouting report. So I think that's a big thing for our team this year, is learning how to just keep our focus when things are going our way, and when we've done that, we've played awesome volleyball, so that's good to see.
One thing you've mentioned this year is you want to find a way for the team to keep their foot on the pedal. Did you feel like they did a good job of that over the weekend?
Yeah, I thought on Saturday, I think we definitely did. We went out and we had big leads against North Alabama, but we kept playing good volleyball and didn't kind of let them back in the match. So we did an awesome job of keeping them, in check and not letting them go on those runs once we got the leads.
Coach, big test again this weekend. First road test of ASUN play, going to Queens on Friday, Liberty on Saturday. What have you seen from those teams already, and what are you expecting this weekend?
Queens, it's the first year in the conference, so we really didn't know what to expect. We'd never been there before. Watching them on film, they have a lot of good players and good pieces. They've been mixing stuff up a lot and trying to kind of figure out, I guess, what works best for them. And so it's a hard team to scout, kind of knowing what they're going to do ahead of time, but they do have a lot of good players. So we're looking forward to that match. And then Liberty is undefeated in conference so far. I know they're usually really good at home. They have tons of offensive weapons. They're one of the best teams offensively in the conference for sure. So we know that we're going to get tested and looking forward to the challenge.
Yes, sir. And as always wanting to improve. 2-0 in conference play, but what are you wanting to see your team do this weekend that maybe you didn't see last weekend?
I think just the consistency. Like I said, I thought Saturday it was awesome, but we're hoping to put a complete weekend together where we can play good without kind of letting the other team come back if we do get leads. And one of the things that we're looking to do is get Zoe involved a little bit more now that she's getting back and getting healthy. I think the past week when she's been playing, she hasn't fully been herself and got her vertical all the way back. But Saturday in our match versus North Alabama, she kind of started getting back to herself. And then in practice this week, she's looked a lot more like herself. So getting her more involved in the offense, I think, is something we want to get going again. She was playing really well at Clemson, that tournament at Clemson right before she got injured, and trying to get her back on track.
And then additionally, one player we wanted to talk about, Katie Montgomery, top 10 nationally in hit percentage. What can you say about the job that she's done this year?
She's done an unbelievable job as well, just super quick on the slide. Good going off of 2 feet, 1 foot, like whatever we run her on, she's good at it. She's a really versatile player. What a lot of people don't notice too is that she's one of the best servers on the team. That's huge when you can have a middle that can serve and play defense. A lot of teams will use a serving sub or sub the middle out when it's their turn to serve, and having that weapon for us too is awesome. So she's done a great job for us.
And finally, the player we have this week for the player spotlight, sophomore defensive specialist Brooklyn Schiffli. What can you say about the job she's done this season for the Gamecocks?
Brooklyn's done an unbelievable job. Like, she's what we look for when we go to recruiting players. She brings 110% effort every day, like even in practices, and has a ton of energy and always smiling. Great teammate, great attitude, team player. Her defense she's one of the best defenders in the conference for sure, and I think she would be able to start at libero for almost any team in conference, including us. We just happen to have 2 really good players on the same team, but she's a huge piece of this team and makes our practices every day better. Having somebody that comes in and gives 110% and has that great positive energy every day filters out to the rest of the team. So she's done an awesome job.
Sounds good, Coach. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. Good luck this weekend. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, we're just looking forward to it. Big weekend ahead of us. Hopefully we can go and get 2 wins. If we do, I think we'll remain in tied for first place in conference, which is the goal. So looking to go out and play strong all weekend.
Here with sophomore defensive specialist Brooklyn Schiffli for Jacksonville State's volleyball squad. Brooklyn, big wins last weekend to start conference play. Team is 14-1 this year. What can you say about the Gamecocks?
I think that the defensive part has been really good the past couple of games. Just me being in the back row with Aaron and with everybody else, they helped me become a better defensive player, and especially like the blocking, like I know where to go, and it's just really helpful to have like the people up where they are in the front row.
Well, for basketball, it's called a sixth man, right? The person who comes off the bench and contributes. That's kind of how we've considered you this year. You've been the player that stepped in and made big plays all season for JSU. Is that how you consider your role? How do you kind of view yourself on the team?
I definitely feel like I am a part of the team, and I love coming in for Lena because she's definitely one of the strongest players I've ever seen, and I definitely feel like that being the sixth player is just something that I love being a part of and just playing for the team.
Well, again, big weekend last weekend, knocking off UCA and UNA. Big test this weekend. How was the team environment kind of in the locker room after the big wins last week, and how's preparation been this week heading into those two big road matchups?
I think that Friday night we kind of let UCA come back a little bit, and we definitely talked about how we should focus on UNA and not let up during the games, and I think we really proved something Saturday night, and I think that we are looking forward to proving that again this weekend.
Well, talking more about your game, one thing we've noticed all season is on the bench with you. You're always moving around, always making a ton of noise, dancing with Anna. We saw that GIF pop up on Twitter as well. Is that something else that you kind of consider your role is keeping the energy up for the squad?
I definitely love to bring the energy factor to the team, and I think that it really helps throughout the game.
And one thing we ask really every player that we bring in for the spotlight is to talk about the culture that Coach Garvey has here at JSU. What can you say about the culture and just the team overall?
I think the culture is amazing, especially having a couple people like Aaron and Courtney from Indiana. I could have like those people to count on when I came here, and also like the new people that came in also have it seems like they've been here for a couple of years too, and so I think the culture here is really good.
And again, matchups this weekend, Friday at Queens and Saturday at Liberty. Personally, what are you looking forward to this weekend for those two big showdowns?
I'm just looking forward to being 4-0 in conference, so.